Okay, so you've got this fancy new rig. How do you connect this to the PA at the club? Let's find out. What's going on, everybody? I'm Adam Johnson, and this is Cover Band Confidential. Last week we posted a video about our new front of house in-ear rig, and we actually got a chance to take it for a spin this past weekend in Kingsport, Tennessee, which was an awesome show, by the way. Hopefully we'll have a recap video of that in the next week or so. In response, we had a bunch of people ask us how you take a system like this into a club or a festival to use your in-ear monitors when they have a dedicated front of house setup already. The answer is this guy down here in the bottom of our rack. This piece of gear is called a splitter snake. In our case, it's a custom-built 16-channel analog split with a multi-pin fan in the front and a 5-foot fan in the back. We'll cover what that means in just a little bit. The basic concept of what a splitter snake does is it takes a single source of audio like a microphone or a DI signal, and it splits it to two separate signals that go to two separate locations. In most cases, that is going to your in-ear monitor mixer, which in this case is an X32 rack, and the other is going to the front of house inputs. As you can see, the rear fan is connecting the inputs on the front of the rack panel to the inputs of the X32 rack in the back. This is definitely a nice perk of using a splitter because it takes all of those inputs that would normally be in the back of the rack and puts them right up front, makes them very easy to access. With our setup, our fan is not hardwired to the rig like a lot of them are, so if we don't need it, we can just leave it at home. These longer snake cables can be bulky and heavy to carry around, so make sure you account for the space and the added weight that they take on when you put these into a setup like this. Now with ours, we just connect this external fan via multi-pin, and we can then send that to either the front of house mixer or the snake that's on stage. These signals are now completely independent of one another and allow you to adjust your own monitor mixes without affecting what's going through the front of house. So with this kind of setup, you could also consider looking at a digital snake like a Behringer S16 or something similar, but in our case, we opted for an analog split because it's more versatile. We can basically roll into any venue and connect this without having to worry about what kind of board they're using or where front of house is positioned. If you're playing club dates and you're looking to upgrade to in-ear monitors, a splitter snake is an absolute must. Pricing varies depending on the feature set, but be prepared to spend about $200 or more for a rack mount splitter. A great entry-level option is the Seismic Audio SAR-MSS 16 by 515. That was the model that we first purchased when we got one, and it worked great for a number of years until we upgraded to the one with the detachable fan. If you have any other questions about this kind of setup, don't hesitate to reach out. Guys, thanks again for tuning in. If you're enjoying our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We post new videos on this channel every single Friday. Also, if you're looking for advice on how to be a working musician, check out our podcast. We're closing in on 200 episodes of stories about performing, how to market your group, and ways that you can rock more and suck less. Have an awesome week, and we will see you next time.